All right. I borrowed some equipment. It looks like the little timer is going. So Dalton, I think we are. I think we are absolutely recording.
We're in the future now.
We are in or I suppose you could say this will be in the past. If anyone listens to this, they're listening to the past. So we are speaking to the future. Future people who are listening to us a week or several weeks or even months or years from now, welcome. Thanks for joining. My name is Prescott Van Meyer III, and I am here with the ever college-bound Dalton.
I'm on my 5th year, but I'll get out at some point.
We hope so. I mean, obviously, at one point they will ask you to just not come back. You will have to leave.
Yeah, but I've kind of finessed my schedule for next semester, so I'm only taking 9 hours.
Yeah. Dalton, I don't know any time I've known you that hasn't been the chill time. So either way, that's going to be great.
No, I made that skateboard ramp that one time.
You were working on that 36 straight hours.
Yeah, that wasn't chill time. I was dialed in.
I'll be honest. I was impressed that you bedazzled the entire side.
It looks great.
It actually does look very, very nice.
Thank you so much, yeah.
Well, PV3 Nation, this is Prescott Van Meyer III, unemployed wine guy to those who are familiar with my work. And if you're not familiar with my work, I don't know why you've downloaded this podcast then to listen to us, because I think the name is going to just be my name. Again, I'm speaking to the future audience. We are in the past.
That concept is
it's blowing your mind, isn't it, Dalton?
A little bit.
Well, let's do a brief introduction for anyone who has stumbled upon this podcast. My name is Prescott Van Meyer III. Around the time that the early days of the pandemic started, I found myself unemployed from my sommelier work and started up a little TikTok, a little YouTube, a little Instagram channel for me to, just review different types of alcohol at the time that was, budget friendly for myself. And I have been going nonstop ever since because I am still seeking that gainful employment. Fingers crossed. I have a couple of video resumes out there in the wild. Hopefully that'll catch the eye of some restaurant owner, some head chef, and they're going to
one of these days
snap me out of the unemployment line.
And then will I get what happens there with me?
That is such an interesting and unique question, Dalton. I really appreciate you giving me an opportunity to potentially answer that for you and give you an understanding of the direction that may or may not go, because directionally speaking, that's what we want to do. We always want to move forward. So now the 9 hours that you were talking about, what classes are you going to be taking?
So we're looking at, there's this pop culture kind of writing, not extracurricular, but it's just an extra credit. I just need some hours.
So you took a creative writing class? Yeah,
basically.
Fantastic.
I'm a marketing major, but I think I'm into pop culture. It's fun, and writing, not the best at, but I think that could be good for me.
To challenge yourself,
right.
To find an area of weakness and to really go for it.
Yeah, and then I have to take a finance, intro to finance class, which you'd think I would have taken already, but I forgot about it. So I had to buy a calculator and stuff. But
I don't know what I dropped, but something dropped.
It's really interesting how
I'm listening. I'm just looking on the ground for it too. Keep going.
In school, your teachers were always like, you're gonna have to know.
You heard
how
it,
to
right?
do
You
math.
heard that something dropped.
Something
right?
dropped 100%.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be part of the equipment. I have to give this back to the library.
Right. But teachers, they always say you're gonna have to know how to do math.
The microphone label fell off.
Oh no!
I'll have to hot glue that back on before I take it back to Florence over there at the library.
Right. Nice.
87 years old, Florence. Thank you so much for allowing me to take out this equipment without having an expired driver's license. I think that was a leap of faith that Florence took, and I absolutely appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get back to Florence. We are toasting our Bordeaux to Florence and to each other.
But yeah, the whole shebang about teachers are always like, you'll never always have a calculator on you. You need to know how to do this. And no, man, phones, technology, always on me. And I pull out that calculator app. I've never done mental math.
Yeah.
Probably ever.
Ever in your life. I want to encourage you to play with mental math a little bit, because it wires certain aspects of the brain that you're going to want later on in life.
Probably so. I've gotten along okay without it. But yeah, finance, and then last credit is actually a golf class.
You're taking a
They
golf
offer
class.
that, yes. And so what happens is they take us, we talk in class and do like practice strokes and stuff in class. But
Now,
then
is it easier for you because
take
you're
us
so
to
much closer to the ball?
Is that a short joke?
It wasn't a joke. I was asking.
Well, actually, golf is harder for me. I have a messed up elbow. I got stepped on playing soccer when I was a kid, and it broke my arm. We went to the emergency room, and they're like, nothing's broken. 10 years later, they did a scan, and they're like, yeah, both arms or both bones in your forearm broke.
And they didn't heal right.
No, they fused together, and I can't pronate or supinate my arm, and so I can't follow through with my swing.
The inability to propinate or supinate.
So I might have to drop that class because I might fail it.
Is there a way that they can saw those two bones apart?
They did.
Oh, they did do that.
But I'm too lazy, and I didn't go to physical therapy.
So...
But I have a cool scar. You see that?
That is a very cool scar.
Thank you, yeah.
I just figured it was a hop over a barbed wire fence when you were a young one and just stuck with you. But
that's somewhere else. I think.
That's full surgery right there.
But
ladies and gentlemen, let's use this opportunity to give out a public service announcement. The physical therapy post surgery is almost as important as the surgery itself, folks.
Yeah,
So,
I would say post experience of all that stuff. Looking back, I would have done it. I think
that makes sense.
But it's hard to get like my change from a drive-through now because of that. But I'm okay.
Could have been on the pro tour, and but you didn't do the PT. It happens. And maybe this podcast is going to reach one person who just got out of surgery. They're groggy. They searched for some podcast.
We're helping people.
They stumbled upon ours. They're listening to it in their post medication stupor. And they're thinking to themselves, screw that physical therapy.
Yeah, screw that physical therapy.
I'm not doing that.
Send in your pain med drugs to the podcast.
And they hear that you
Dalton.
cannot supinate or pollinate. And they say to themselves, boy, I want to be able to pollinate one day.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's kind of important. So, Prescott, I was wondering, you gave me a glass of wine. I don't know what it is.
Well, this is a simple red. I got it at the gas station. It's a Bordeaux. You'd find it in the
Is there an X in there?
Is there no? There is no X.
No, I mean like in the name.
Where is the bottle?
Of the bottle.
I'm going to put it down.
So that sounds like a French or like X thing. Okay, it's just me now, guys. He's stretching his cord across the room. He found it. He found the bottle.
Well, I'm wearing my headphones to make sure that Florence was so nice in letting me use all the equipment. I want to make sure I'm using it all to the fullest.
Right.
This is Chateau Prescott, and this is a 2019 Bordeaux. This is ranks pretty well, actually. 90 points with Wine Enthusiast.
Hey.
I usually score about 3 points below Wine Enthusiast, so that means I would probably put this at around an 86 or an 87.
Yeah.
Just depending on what mood I am. But this is brought in from the motherland of all good wines.
Where's that? California.
France. No, France.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I've been to Sonoma and saw Wine Hills there once.
Sure. Yeah. No, they do make wine in California,
but not the motherland.
I will not poo-poo California too much, but I am a bit of a Francophile. I am a bit of a.
You've said that before.
French. I am a bit of a French lover, though I've never had a French lover.
But I feel is Francophile like. Do you want a French lover? Is that what that means?
No, I think you just are a lover of all French things,
including French people.
Including French people. Yeah.
So okay, I get it. I get it now.
Although I'll be honest, the new wave film movement, I didn't understand that at all.
No, they had the Ballon Rouge.
Yeah.
You are known for some of your accents.
I'm known for them. I don't know if I'm known for doing them
but
well.
they're fun. I like them.
The
comments about it are funny.
The comments are pretty much zingers. If you haven't partaken in our YouTube community, that's where I find our most zealous members of PV3 Nation is on YouTube.
There's that one guy in the comments that always he like kind of roasts you, but uplifts Spittoon.
Yeah, well, he's more of a fan of Spittoon. I wouldn't say he's a member of Spittoon Nation.
That rocks.
I don't know if he's a member of PV3 Nation.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were in a bind, I think I could call him up and get a favor. I could get a ride somewhere from Daniel. That's his name.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay.
But but if Spittoon called him up and had some requests,
he'll give a kidney.
He would drop everything and he would give a kidney to Spittoon.
100%.
Yeah.
Do we need Spittoon on mic?
Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Spittoon.
I can grab a Spittoon so you don't have to worry about your cords.
Yeah, that would be good. I am a little bit tied down to the chair, more than I thought I was. And, yeah, he's grunting. Good old Dalton.
I'll tell that in a second.
Oh, we can't wait to hear what you're about to say.
It's really good. It's funny stuff, I think.
Well, you don't want to say that something is funny before you say it. You want to leave that up to people.
Okay.
So interesting story, funny story. I don't like to do that because.
So here's a story.
Oh, there you see now. Okay, a story.
I'm realizing it isn't funny. My friend woke me up and called me. He's like, we're going to like a spin cycle class, and I get to bring a guest for free, and you're coming with me.
I don't know. I'm looking at you, Dalton. That is pretty funny so far. All right, I'm in.
And I went, and I almost threw up like a lot, but my thighs are hurting, and they were hurting pretty bad. I used an electric scooter to come over here, and like just standing on that. And the bumps on the road.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to your father for letting us use his spacious den here to record this.
Yeah.
This is exactly the space I needed.
Yeah.
The library did not have any rooms available.
No. Yeah, I woke up like 2 hours ago at a friend's place and then just hopped on the Lime. And now I'm here.
Well, you are living your youthful years to their fullest, sounds like.
Yeah, I think so. It's the idea of like you can sleep when you're dead. Like I kind of do that.
That's true. I tend to really like naps and sleep. So
I get sleep paralysis if I take naps.
You get sleep paralysis?
Seriously do, yeah. I get locked up and I think like it's always a teacher.
Did you ever
is knocking on my door like yelling at me?
Did you ever get the demon body that came and was on you?
No, they were always outside my door just banging on the door.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw them.
Okay, so the few times I got it, I would have them in the stairwell, coming up to my room. I know that they were right on the other side of the door.
I don't like that.
A couple of times, and this is a true story. We might have to edit this out. But I remember laying in bed once, and I got this sleep paralysis demon on top of me, and I started praying, and the sleep demon started saying the prayer back to me in a taunting voice.
That's straight up Exorcist. That's like...
Yeah, that was the next level.
That's scary.
So I woke up, I don't know, a minute, 30 minutes later,
Cold
however
sweat
it was. Cold
on the
sweat.
brow.
Decided to turn on all the lights and walk around the house, that kind of thing. And eventually I got back to sleep. And wherever that sleep paralysis demon was, he was having a good old time.
He got a bonus that day at work. He did good. That was a really good job.
I hope he has some really good mileage out of that story. I hope he tells that story.
He went straight to the demon bar.
I can see him or on Demon Bumble.
Bumble. That's in his bio.
Yep, it's in his bio.
Yeah.
Taunted a college kid as he prayed with his own prayer. And he just must bet.
That's a classic.
Swiped right on.
Oh, come on.
Everyone.
Ultra demon swipes.
Yeah.
To the right.
Yeah, they're ready.
How does that work?
Ready for him to sleep paralysis and be on top of them. That's what they want.
Yeah. Hey, here we go. Come on. Do you think what a demon phone looks like? Like a demon phone.
A demon phone. I would still picture it pretty glistening.
Yeah.
Pretty mucusy.
Mucusy. He's goopy.
Pretty subcutaneous flesh,
Do you think it's like, how some people will have like the holster for their phone on their belt?
Uh-huh.
Do you think it's just stuck to their demon bodies and they can just pull it out like a mod?
Yeah, it just
on their
sticks.
Body?
Yeah. Like Velcro, but it's the sloopy, subcutaneous, fatty,
Sloopy.
bloody. Yeah.
I think that's the word of the day.
The other day, I stepped on a piece of glass and it got up into my foot. And I didn't realize until the next day because sometimes when my body is uncomfortable, I just put it out of my head. That's what happens when you get a messed up circumcision. But I got the
What?
tweezers out, and I was fishing around on the bottom, and I would hit the flesh,
Yeah.
and then my metal tweezers would hit the glass and make
Nah.
that gristly sound. That's what I imagine the buttons on a demon cell phone would be like. You know what I mean? It's all gooey, and then but he's crunching
Like,
the little glass.
Yeah.
No, he's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 6,
It
7,
sounds like
5, 3, 0,
Squidward
9.
walking.
I
You know
messed
how-
up that joke.
You know how Squidward, when he
Yeah.
walks, he goes like, "Wick, wick, SpongeBob."
Yep.
Like that.
But with the little bit of the glass
crunch.
stuck in the soft tissue.
Walking on gravel.
Yeah, that's what I imagine a demon cell phone is like. Folks, if you have the ability to Photoshop, get that demon cell phone whipped up and send us in a picture.
What if they're watching Unemployed Wine Guy on their demon phone? It's a demon watching.
A demon is watching. The demon who sleep paralysis me.
Yeah.
He's watching me.
And he goes, look at this guy.
Oh, look at this. I'm going to send a picture. And he's like, how can I send a picture of my phone? I use my phone to take the picture. I can't send a picture of my phone.
Maybe he has like the eyeballs that can take pictures, like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah,
type
the
of-
eyeball at the top. That's the camera. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
FaceTime.
it's like a little antenna. with
Yeah,
an
it's
eye
an
on it?
eyeball. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I dig it. I think that answers the question.
I think you and I would make a killing in hell if we had some demon cell phones to sell.
I mean, we'll be there later.
We're gonna, you know, sooner than we all think. Sooner than we all think.
Yeah,
What does Gulliver Travel says?
My
All
liver's
men
been
desire. All men desire to be old. No man desire. No, wait. Sorry. All men desire to live long. No men desire to be old.
Well, I think technology is just gonna like help that.
You know what? Follow up that thought. I'm gonna grab another bottle of wine.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I think that it's like the like how old people are gonna be has just grown. So you can't leave me alone to talk because then everyone just realized how ADHD I am, and then but then my anxiety starts to flare. I'm like, oh no, everyone's thinking about me.
You are deleting this episode because of how much you are
See, exactly, that's what I'm feeling. But no, I think
That's
that
how you feel. That's not how I feel. I'm saying
no. Okay,
I was suggesting that's how you feel.
right.
Not that that's the accurate
But
representation.
I agree
think people
with
are still
that
listening.
presentation, though. But yeah, no, technology's kicking off, and when
Do you
see
think
some
technology-
politicians who are super old and they're just wired, they're going digga digga because Adderall or whatever, and they're still
Do you
kicking in
think
old
technology is going to save humanity?
age. I think that actually technology is going to be the downfall of humanity. No, but
Oh, let's give this just 1 minute. Ready?
ooh,
That was the wine on the new bottle of Bordeaux.
that was a nice pop.
The Franck Beauséjour. The
This
Franck
is,
Beauséjour.
it's French too.
Yeah, it's a Bordeaux. I'm doing Bordeaux these days.
Yeah.
That's because the gas station is only selling Bordeaux.
Have you seen the Bud Light? That was a nice sound. Bud Light has like a non-flavored 4% drink with no calories. I'm gonna make you drink that on a video, or you're gonna do it voluntarily. I can't make.
I'm sure I'll do it. Bring it in and we will try it. Hey, eyes over here, Dalton.
There's
Eyes
somebody
over here.
Okay.
There were some ladies walking by on the sidewalk. We need to
I need.
close the blinds of your
I'm-
father's study.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like a cat. My attention span is just like any movement.
I hear that.
You know.
So, have you read Roald Dahl's short stories? He's best known for children's books, but his short stories are actually quite mature.
I think I know the name. Does he do the caterpillar?
Yeah, well, he did James and the Giant Peach.
Oh yeah.
He did the big fucking
That's
giant, big friendly giant.
Big
Pardon me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, the James and the Giant Peach. That movie scared me a lot.
He also did Witches.
Which is
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Okay. No, I follow. I could read those books. I think.
Some
Should
deep
we,
waters.
We should do like conspiracy theories.
I feel like I'm swimming freely and friendly. Conspiracy theories. That's an interesting transition.
I think that have you the birds, of course, and they charge on telephone and electrical wires. They perch up there and they charge.
Oh, birds aren't real?
I hate birds. Even if they are real, I don't like them.
I don't know if I hate them.
I hate them.
I have had enough delicious birds in my lifetime that hate is a difficult thing to come by in my
Maybe
heart.
it's jealousy that I want to fly. And they can and I can't.
My most favorite dreams, well, my second most favorite dreams are dreams I can fly. Hands down.
I always have a dream where I get a superpower to fly, and then it just stops towards the end of the dream.
And you're just like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I have the weird dreams where I'm trying really hard to fly.
And then you poop yourself, and you
And I
wake
can
up.
float for a little bit right before I soil the sheets.
There you go.
And,
Yeah.
you know, that's why you do a front-load a front-load washing machine.
Have you ever done an upper decker?
I have not.
You should.
I have regrets.
You're talking
there
about
were some
food.
There were some aspects of college that I wish I had partaken in a little bit more. Well, let's open this up real quick to PV3 Nation. PV3 Nation, we don't necessarily have an itinerary. We don't have a niche just yet in the podcast world. We kind of want to ask you, what would you like? Would you like to be part of a book club with Prescott? Whereas I'm not expecting Dalton to read the books.
Spark Notes, I can do that.
He can probably do Spark Notes or maybe watch the movie.
If it's a picture book, I'm game. No, I do read books.
We can do classics, or we can do sci-fi, or we can do all sorts of stuff. But we don't have to do a book club either. We can do just questions that you can send in as far as my travels, your culinary, your vino questions,
And
in vino veritas.
I think I'm pretty good with the ladies, so if you have any romantic questions.
Yeah, and I will say this. The first podcast to get 1 million downloads, I will tattoo on my lower back whatever PV3 Nation wants me to tattoo.
Okay.
I regret saying that.
I think that's going to be a fun day. It'll be funny.
I regret it.
That's all.
I like to take it back.
It's set in stone. I'm not going to let you edit it. Video games, movies, whatever y'all want.
Dalton has actually got me into some video games recently. I have been playing the Fortnite.
Yeah.
I have been struggling quite a bit. I have not gotten that victory royale that the Fortnite affords you if you do win.
I'm out here getting dubs. Yeah, you Fortnite's not your. I think reviewing drinks is your thing, but you're like you walk right, like you move. You got the basics down in Fortnite.
I've certainly learned how to move the character, haven't I?
Come on, yes you
The
have.
first time I was stuck on a lot of walls.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you could look straight up.
No, and I got you the Ariana Grande skin.
And I have some really wonderful dances that I do. And I thought if you danced, it made you invulnerable, that they couldn't shoot at you while you dance.
It actually plays a noise, and people can hear where you are better.
Yeah. So that probably, I'll adjust my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a time, and I think video games are a nice thing.
Do you think video games are a nice thing?
I do think so, and I think my favorite brand of social media posts from adult Christians is when they're like, everything in the world is wrong because of GTA and whatever, and like the Monster Energy drink is from Satan. I think
the
that's
3 claws.
Funniest thing ever.
Yeah, the Dollet, the
'Cause it's
666. Yeah.
No, people that are into video games are the least. They just sit and they're like, oh bother.
Yeah, that is very interesting research that they're trying to do. Basically, the differentiations between personalities. Where is this satiating the need for a little bit of aggression, and therefore you're not going to be aggressive out there? And I think the research tends to lean that way more than it will invite more aggression. We just know that men up until the age of about 28, quite a while ago for me, but up until the age of about 28, aggression is a non-regulated aspect of the male brain. That they just will get mad, will want to throw down, need competition, that kind of thing. So if you can get a man to 28, he'll calm down, he will gird his loins.
Yeah,
as they say.
if you step to me in Smash Bros or something, I'm gonna get serious. Like I'm locking in.
I do believe that, and the look in your eyes that just came over.
I remember in
Do you
high
mind
school.
not looking at me like that?
No, I'll look at
kind of stare. Thank you,
dog.
Thank you.
I remember in high school, a friend of mine. This is for all you Smash Bros folks out there. Just kept playing as Kirby and turning into the Rock and falling down on me. It was so annoying, and he beat me.
I keep expecting you to say Smash Mouth.
Somebody, no. And I threw the Wii nunchuck at him.
Wow.
Yeah, no, but so it is a thing, like aggression. And guys, let's talk about toxic masculinity, because I'm over that.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Let me ask you this. Do you know the difference between a hamburger and a cheeseburger?
There's cheese in a cheeseburger.
There's cheese in a cheeseburger. Does the term cheeseburger imply that all hamburgers have cheese?
I don't think so. No.
No, because there are some hamburgers without cheese, right? The lactose intolerant.
Right.
So to those who think that toxic masculinity means that all masculinity is toxic, I would say toxic masculinity is the cheeseburger and masculinity is just the plain burger.
I see. I get you.
Some masculinity is toxic. Some
That's
of it isn't.
true. Yeah. Okay.
We're saving lives here.
So the Smash Bros thing, that was probably toxic. That was
toxic because what that was, and we know this through research, that was an unregulated emotion that you did not have control over. Yeah.
I think he deserved the nunchuck still to this day.
And feeling that way, I think, is something you're going to need to process, maybe through therapy or at least through grief.
I'm making a note of it right now to tell my therapist next session.
I am very proud of you.
Next Tuesday.
Very proud of you on
that. Should I live stream my therapy sessions for PV3 Nation?
I think that would be a confidential. Well, I guess it's because it's you.
That would be funny.
I guess you could do it.
If the podcast blows up, we get a therapist to come on.
We get a therapist and we go through all our stuff. All our trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma. I said trava. All of our trauma.
All the Java.
Dad leaving. Living with a mother who scrolling through the comments.
Yeah.
And piecing together a little bit of the things I've shared, who might not be my mother, to be blunt. And she raised me with a lot of side eye.
It's
a lot of pushing my face away.
I don't think I have parent stuff. It's just like I don't see him a lot, and but that's it's not. I feel like I'm fine with that.
I think the reason I ended up marrying Abby was because as Abby would push me off of her, it really reminded me of my childhood. You know, it felt familiar. And this is what we say. Yeah, we don't return to what is comfortable. We return to what is familiar.
Yeah.
Take that with you. That could be a nice first tattoo.
So it's that's why if you grew up with peanut butter jelly without the crust, you want that later in life.
That's what you want, even though the crust is the best part.
No.
The way it has a differentiation of texture in your mouth. It adds a completeness to the sandwich.
That's what I say.
I went to a wonderful sandwich maker in Paris, and he made me a sandwich with ham, some cherry tomatoes, some nice robust arugula in there for some spice, some Dijon mustard, and he had this sauce on it that was so subtle and buttery and wonderful. I remember grabbing him and taking him aside and saying, "Sir, what this sauce that you put on this sandwich? It's so buttery. It's so wonderful and delicious and so buttery on the mouth. What is it?" And he said, "It's butter."
It's butter.
That is what I put on your sandwich. It is butter. I took the butter and I put it on.
Yeah.
And I talked to some other French friends, and that's a very common French snack and sandwich. Just butter your bread. So I started doing that myself, and I got to say, if you have not buttered your ham sandwich before, instead of mayo or something with a little bit more vinegary, mustardy flavor, do a little bit of butter. You're gonna thank me. You're gonna thank yourself for making that decision.
And the French guy.
And you're gonna thank that French guy.
Yeah.
He also stole my girlfriend a couple of weeks after that.
He's French.
Yeah.
It's the appeal, the European, you know.
I was in love, and he just snatched her away from me.
Do you want to leave Prescott?
Yeah. Patricia.
He's no good for you.
Yeah. I don't know what he said about me.
No.
But I did not tell him about my messed up circumcision. So, you know.
Keep bringing that up.
Well, it's on my mind because I got a little bit of floss stuck around it earlier, and it was a surprise to me.
How do you get floss?
Hell if I know. That's a doctor's
You're
appointment
the one
waiting
who
to
did
happen.
it. What do you mean you
I
don't
didn't
know?
do it. I looked down and it was stuck.
But how did it get there?
One of life's mysteries. Look, I'm an aggressive flosser. And when I wash my face, I'm an aggressive face washer too. PV3 Nation can attest to my complexion on camera. So I can only imagine
Okay.
The floss that was supposed to go in the wastebasket, it's on my elbow. I'm rubbing vigorously on my face. It slips in over the night. I'm tossing and turning, and suddenly...
Yeah, it got on the loofah or something.
Yeah. You know, if I could have the powers to watch that piece of floss from its birth out of the floss dispensary, how it found itself wound around my messed up circumcision.
It's like it's a how it's made video.
Yeah.
Like how it got there.
And I would not watch it in double or triple speed. I would watch it
The whole thing.
all 8 hours.
Maybe slow it down.
1-to-1
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah.
1-to-1. I would
1-to-1.
want to see it.
Okay.
All right, PV3 Nation. I just want to say in this maiden voyage we had, we don't want to take too much of your time away. Dalton, it has been an absolute delight having you here. Thanks for letting me into your father's study. PV3 Nation, let us know in the comments below what kind of podcast you'd want from Prescott. Do you want me to bring on some guests, some restaurateurs?
My old manager from Applebee's would probably join.
I would 100% interview a manager from Applebee's.
That'd be funny.
And that would be delightful.
That dude's weird.
We would go through all of the restaurants. Applebee's, we'd get a McDonald's manager here, a Popeyes manager.
Totally could do that.
I would love that. If you want to see that, give the comment below. If you want to join a book club with Prescott and Dalton, Dalton won't read it, but he'll do the script notes, and especially if we choose a book that has a movie, I think that'll be...
Yeah. Cloud Atlas, I'd read that book. That was a great movie.
That was a book.
I'd read the book. I would.
Oh, you would read the book?
If that was what we chose.
I'm actually currently working on a book.
What?
Well, you know, part memoir, part sci-fi, space opera. So
That sounds crazy.
Oh,
How's
well.
a book an opera?
What's a
How's a book an opera?
Space opera.
I don't understand it.
It's a genre of sci-fi
Got it.
where, you know, they don't really get into the science or have... They're just big adventures all over the
That
galaxy.
sounds fun.
All right, PV3 Nation, thank you so much for joining us today. Future people who are listening to us, because we did this in the past.
Future.
And I have no idea when this is going to be published. Because I don't handle that section. I hand it over to Dalton.
It's just
and edit out
time.
you know what? Let's edit out the circumcision.
The circumcision.
Yeah. The floss around the
I thought it was interesting to know that.
But you will edit it out.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Fantastic. All right, PV3 Nation. Join us next time when we figure out what the hell we're doing.
Wow.
Prescott's out.
Bye.